Not wrong on that one, Kyle. I am still button and that button. There we go. So, yeah. We will do some more Charizard stuff. That was kind of me yesterday after stream, if I'm being totally honest. And I'm still feeling it a little bit today. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting some burnout happening and I'm just not willing to admit it. But I was in bed early, and I think that wrecked me more than anything else. Netflix, The Gentleman. Well, the thing with Netflix is all regions are completely different. So, let's look it up. It is there. It is there for us, so look at that. It's a Netflix exclusive. Ugh. Well, we get it in Canada, so 3. You laughed your ass off. Good to know. I already opened it as a second. Fair enough. The person that commissioned that handle showed up in the mail today, and she's super pumped. But the guy that was skeptical of my building is the one that's gonna hang the head on it. That's gonna be hilarious. I think it's just the two of us right now. Don't worry, Master Eevee. I'll spam the fake tears. Especially somebody that I've never met, and especially somebody I've never seen their work from, because all that does is breed negativity into the sport, and then it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm not about that right now. I'm never going to be about it. Right? The likelihood of you getting turned off by me talking ill of somebody else's work leaves more of an impression about the people that are involved in the sport than... Oh, wow, that's nice and close. Than just moving on by just saying, fair enough, but I appreciate your business. That's all there is to it. Well, and that's exactly it, Kyle. Here, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the work that I'm doing, like this handle, I'm selling it for $80 US. If I'm talking about the work that I put into that and the materials, I don't care about... How do I want to put this? I'm making very little profit on that, but I'm making a little bit of profit for my time. The materials on this, so these 3 pieces of wood right here, this one, and this one, were a total of $16 in my pocket. Or not in my pocket, out of my pocket. I got sort of shafted on the core. I got mischarged for it. Oh, I didn't even see it there, McKnights. My bad. Don't worry. We have one-shot this thing already, so it'll be fast. So that core cost me $10. Those blue lines cost me another $19. So you think about that. Oh, not to mention, the other scales were 2 more veneers. So out of that was 1940. It's about $60, $80 Canadian of materials on that one. So if I sell it for $80 US, it's $105 Canadian. Why my fake tears didn't go through, I don't know. But that's $20 of profit on that. I spent 6 hours building that. I'm not really in this to make money. I'm in this to encourage more people to get into the sport. Yeah, we aren't going to one-shot because I only got 2 fake tears because he confused me. Now that handle's an exception because I have $40 of materials on there that I typically wouldn't have, but, you know. Ow! Charizard, you're a dick. Damn you and your sunny day. Take the 90% hit risk. I'm dead. It's because he has sunny day up. And if he didn't confuse me on the first hurricane, I definitely would have been... We would have one-shot that. And now we're in trouble. That's right, you're never too old to learn something new. But... that also requires somebody to have an open mind. Oof. Well, that was a little more difficult than the first one, but we got through. I should give, since I'm fake tears, I should give Sylveon the Overt Cloak so I don't get it. Hey, we'll take Salty though. That's nice. Well, and like I said, I don't need to make a ton of money. I just need to pay off my credit card. And then once that happens, I'm in a venue, and guess what? My productivity goes up, so now it's profit out of quantity. I'm not going to say quality. I'm always going to have quality. I'm never going to sacrifice quality, but I'm not ever going to trash talk what this guy does. He does, and at the end of the day, the work he does, it looks good. Is it my cup of tea? No, but that's why we have 50, 60 different axe makers out there, because we all have our own unique touch. And that's why things of ours sell or why things don't sell or whatever the case may be. We all have our own unique style, and sometimes it's for somebody, sometimes it's not. But that's why we have, like I said, why we have a million different makers. I also built this handle the way I built this handle because I don't know how I'm ever going to use up natural colored veneers, but 10? Ooh, that's a good one. And I also had no other choice because I didn't have any other materials at the time. But do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's literally going to be a race to see who gets the hyper beam off first. But whatever you do, do not get it off until I get the 3 fake tears. Once I get 3 fake tears, it'll be a race to one-shot it. Nice. Exactly, Kyle. Exactly. This is going smooth. Okay, let's have some real fun. Since I got the 3 fake tears out. I'll just put down the controller, let you guys do your thing. Ow. I will never get tired of seeing that. Nice. Nice. Doo-doo-doo. That's payback for how bad the last raid went. Come on. You. We almost have 30 of each herba. I think I'm over 30 of each except for salty now. Bitter 57. Cool. Do, 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 do. 20 salty. That's like the most I've ever had. 49, 40, 48. Oh boy. I need to calm my tits, apparently. Never! Pokemaster, what's going on? My favorite part about YouTube right now is knowing that there's 4 people in my chat and it's only showing that there's 2 counting. Do, 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 do. My designs are actually pretty similar in a lot of them. But what I'm getting done is a friend of mine is making a brand, and my logo's going to go on the back of the axe here, so that whenever somebody sees my logo, they know it's my axe. Do. Stream's been good. Stream has been good. We're just over here one-shotting Charizard, so it's a good time. That's gonna suck. Wow. Okay, I guess I'll just get a heal. Yeah, my patterns are pretty similar, but if I ever get adventurous, I'm oh good, I'm burn. I don't have to worry about burn now. I just realized something in this raid. The heal cheers are finally healing everybody all at once instead of going one by one. Alright guys, have fun. But if I ever change my designs or if I do something a little different, then at least By putting that brand in the back of the handle, people will still know that it's my work. Whew! That bar didn't stand a chance. I'd like to maybe convert my fitness channel into a channel where I show the process of building my axes. But that'll have to wait until we get the venue. Yeah, they work well. I will want to test myself eventually. And I have some things in mind that I want to do. Psh. Food. Who needs food? McKnights isn't even watching on YouTube, so... Psh. Someone who works all night? Yeah. Me, I work all day, every day. Except for last night, I was pretty dead to the world last night. About 5 seconds faster. That's only because of the way my OBS is set up. But, you know the rules, McKnights. You have to type in YouTube, otherwise it doesn't recognize you. Everybody else is fine lurking, but it doesn't recognize you. Yeah, but it probably said that you came in, hit the like button, and left. Well, McKnights has been back at work for a while. He's just had a little bit more evening shifts. Do-do-do. Yeah, well, get used to working every day, bud, when the venue happens. That's gonna be a thing. Do-do-do-do. That's true. Work we enjoy, and we can be proud to put ourselves into that work too. I better start selling handles. I bought 50 feet of bubble wrap. Master Evie, just let me know if I have to back out. I argue that. You still have to work. Because here's the thing, not every day is always going to be unicorns and rainbows, especially when you do what you love, but you have a passion. There's a passion that bleeds through that allows you to keep going. Is what I'll say to that. Like, there are moments where I definitely... That commission handle, as an example, I did not want to do that. Yes, Master Umbreon is Master Eevee. Like, I really didn't want to do that handle. That felt like work to me. So, but I still love building axe handles. So I don't know, like there's that thing. It's finding the balance is really what it is. And even if you do what you love, you're still going to have more good days than bad days. And when you have more good days than bad days, life is good. But when you're not doing what you love, you have more bad days than good days. But at the end of the day, it's all work. Intimidate's actually kind of nice, and I'm very glad that Overheat missed. Pretty much. We also have an Umbreon on our team now. I think Master Eevee was burned. Oh, I'm burned. That's a good question, Pokemaster. I have no idea. Well, I understand what you're saying. I don't know if I got that off or not. Let's try. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, you're not wrong on that, Kyle. I was very skeptical about how it was going to turn out. But it turned out much better than I thought it would. Very nice. I might be at 30 salty Herba before the end of this, after all. I think the biggest reason I didn't want to do it I had a lot of creative freedom over the design. But when it was like, I want this, I want this, I want this, it was like kind of like, ugh. I had like flashbacks of like, I've gotten my life to the point where I'm not being told what to do all the time, and now it's kind of like being told what to do again. And I know that I'm better off as like a free thinker. So I think that's really what put the sour taste in my mouth. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I made money, so did I really complain about it all that much? Probably not. God damn it, Hapney. I thought it was a shiny Mareep. I think the biggest reason, like, okay, I'll put it to you this way. I don't have a problem with authority, but in life, I have worked at many, many places where it says, oh, we have an open door policy. If you have ideas, you have things, bring it to us, we'll mull it over. So I would always bring the ideas of how I could be more efficient at doing something, or how I could potentially do things better. And I always got told, no. Right? I always got told, sure, we'll think about it, but then it never actually happened. And then I would always be, like, thinking, okay, well, maybe, can I just at least try it once? And then I would try it, and it would work out better, but then I would still be told that, or at least it would work out better for me, and then I would still be told, no, that I can't do that. So, I wanted to create a life where I want to do things my way for once to see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll shut up, go back to the jobs, and just do my thing. Daily story of your life. Yeah, I mean, that was the daily story of both of our lives. We didn't even get to do what we wanted to do to make life more efficient when the guy was thousands of miles away. So I think that's where McKnights and I mesh well, is that we have a lot of the same beliefs, we have a lot of the same desires, and we have a lot of the same thought process on the way to do things, so that once we agree upon something, we at least know that we can act on it. And that's what's going to make us good business partners, is we're not going to move forward until we both agree upon something and try it out. And if it doesn't work, well, then we'll just go back to the old way of doing things. But at least we have that daily freedom to try our own thing all the time. That's my thoughts anyway. He could agree or disagree with me, but if he starts to disagree with me now, it's going to be my X-Ring venue, not ours. I agree. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. But the good news is, if I, for the rest of the month, stream 4 to 5 days a week, I should be able to get that final Twitch payout. Because McKnights' sub renews in 6 days. And once that sub goes in, I only need to make $1.27, I think it was, in ad revenue to try and get that final Twitch pay. And then I can focus solely on YouTube. What negative effects? You're about to have one now, but you won't. You bastard. Work past it, Sylvia. Nice. I'll heal up now so I don't stay confused. Oh no, Master Eevee hit himself! I hate your hurricane so much. We'll get rid of that burn just before he attacks. I know he's got one more Calm Mind to do, but I'll pay attention to see if he gets burned. Don't crit. Master Eevee, I got you, man. You just do your thing. I know you still have one more Calm Mind to do. Fine, we'll raise attack stats again. He must be frozen. Ow, you're in the grave. Doo-doo-doo. Aw. Swing and a miss. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't need to save. We didn't get anything good there. Boom, boom, boom. An Igglybuff outbreak in the middle of a spot that spawns so many Igglybuff? Ugh. That sounds like hell. No, 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 no. No. Wow, wow. Yeah. We had a year and a half of gelling well together. We worked together. That's how we know each other. And fun fact, if I didn't quit my job to start with, we would have never met. Do, do, do. Oh yeah, the hard work is already behind us. But, you know. I'll still never forget, like, the final week that I was... Before I quit the first time. The final week, I'm going around and just telling McKnights, okay, it's like, this is the bad part about the job, this is the bad part about the job, this sucks, this is horrible, this is terrible, this is what your boss is going to be like, I hate my life, blah, 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 blah. And the location manager at the time turned and looked at me and goes, can you talk about one positive thing? And I was like, well, the location manager's pretty cool. That was all I got. It was like, It's like, is there any one good thing about your job? And I was like, anything that was good about the job has been taken away from me, so no. But he wasn't there at the moment that that was happening. Oh, maybe he was. Yeah, maybe he was. But is there anything? Talk about one good thing about a job. You. And even at the end of the day, that got soured. Yeah, I came back because I saw an opportunity of no overlapping schedule and paying off my truck. That was a very bad 3 months of my life. My Eureka moment? I don't know. I don't know that there was... Well... No, it was perfect. It was wonderful. I got like a solid 5 hours of sleep every other night. Can't complain. Oh... The thing is... There was probably half a dozen final straws, if not more. The only thing that kept me there as long as it did was a couple of the coworkers, not all of them, but a couple of the coworkers, and the community that was on the competitive side. Also, what helped me out, Master Eevee, I said, I got you. You don't have to worry about healing yourself. I got you. Yeah, it's ready to be hit. But yeah, it's more so the competitive community that was around. And not to mention me going outside my comfort zone and traveling to compete at things, knowing how incredible the community can be, and how desperate I wanted to bring that to where we are, was the only thing that kept me there as long as it did. And I will be very blatant about one of the straws that broke the camel's back. Brain on autopilot. Fair enough. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Was the first ever sanctioned tournament I went to. McKnight's basically, I was talking to him and I was like, I gotta register for this. I gotta go. I need to go. And at the time, McKnight's had power over the scheduling app, so literally the second I put in the request, he approved it. But what happened was, as soon as the boss man saw the request being approved, he instantly gives me a phone call. All right, I don't mind that you're going there, but here's what you got to do for me. You gotta take notes on how it's done, blah, 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 blah. So I was still technically working while I was at this tournament because he wanted me to take notes and bring back what I've learned because one day I'm gonna do this here and we can have the biggest tournament and blah, 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 blah. Well, no, he didn't cancel it. He told me to go. So, whatever. I did my mental notes and... yeah, he wanted me to wear my uniform there. That wasn't gonna happen. And... basically what had happened and what had come out of that is... I came back with notes and how to do it, and I came up with this full tournament structure, and I came up with how he could make a bunch of money, more money. It was going to be more money that he would have ever made in the middle of summer on a weekend. The only catch is he wouldn't have been able to do any public bookings in the axe throwing side. He could have done all he wanted to on the golf sim, on the virtual reality, birthday parties, anything like that. But that's not how he took it. He took it as, I have to shut down my location for a weekend. And he turned around and looked at me and he goes, do you think I'm fucking rich? I don't have fuck around money. Stop wasting my time. After I did everything he told me to, after I told him that he could make even more money than he has ever made on a August weekend. I don't want to talk about that golf sim. It was a $16,000 waste of time and equipment and money and effort. And headache and refunds. Oh right, I forgot he had to buy the courses for it. You want to know what he said? I finally get the golf sim I want, and I gotta go to Cayman Islands. Privileged people problems. So he didn't buy the golf sim for the business, and he didn't buy the golf sim to make money. He bought the golf sim for himself. But what drove me crazy about that whole tournament thing was doing exactly what he told me to do. And the worst part about that whole thing was it feels like he forgot that he told me to do that. And it was as if I was presenting him a whole brand new idea and saying that we should do this, when he was the one that told me take notes on how to do it. So all of a sudden... there's another story that happened slightly after that, too. And I think McKnights knows exactly which one I'm going to reference here. But, well, the Cayman Islands is tied to the UK somehow, isn't it, McKnights? Maybe they know each other. Maybe that's the other same person from Ontario with the exact same story that went to the Cayman Islands to open up a VR store. But... okay, so... no worries, Pokemaster. I appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your day. The other thing that drove me crazy was effectively boss man was the one that killed the leagues. He claims that I killed the league because I won everything. When I know for a fact that's not the case. But it was more so him taking away every part of what the league members were having fun with. Also reducing how long League was and charging an extra 33% more that killed League. But he told me over the phone, we gotta revitalize League. That was money coming in that I desperately need now. So I went and dealt with and talked to every League member that I had personal contact with. And wrote down the list of what they wanted. I gave him that feedback list because I took my job serious. I wanted League to grow. I wanted the sport to grow. I took that list back to him, and his immediate response to me was, that's not what they want. That's what you want. I know that's not what they want because I've been getting emails that you guys can't see. And I'm pretty sure McKnights remembers that phone call because I had it on speakerphone. And there was an argument over the bullseyes. When he said, and people are complaining about the size of the bullseyes, they don't want the new rules. And I said, who said that? I have not heard that once. And his response was, well, people. But here's the fun fact about it, is I relayed all the information back to him. I said, this is what the people want. He blamed me for not doing my job, saying that that is not what the people wanted. That's what I wanted personally. When in reality, if he actually knew me and what I wanted personally was to do sanctioned things so that people could have the chance to qualify for Worlds, looked at me and he said that that's not what they want, that's what you want. Wrote up this email saying, your voices have been heard and this is what we're doing going forward. Saying that this is what we're doing, which is basically what he wanted to do, is what killed it as well. Because I did the survey, I asked everybody for their feedback, and then he sent out an email saying, we heard your voices, when clearly none of it was what they wanted, so nobody registered. He even offered a 50% discount to returning League members, and nobody signed up. Because, at the end of the day, it really wasn't what they wanted. But at what point does he not understand that I wasn't trying to ruin his business? Here's the thing, I could have cared less about him, I could have cared less about his business, I cared about the people that were in the sport, and I wanted to give them a spot in order to do what they want to do. And I wasn't allowed to do that. Because he wouldn't actually listen to me. So, here's what McKnights and I are going to do. We're going to offer sanctioned leagues. There's nothing I can do about sanctioned leagues. That's by a governed body. We're also going to offer recreation leagues. And before we start our recreation leagues, we are going to create a survey for people to fill out. They can fill out the survey. You mean affiliation as in... Because he's technically still affiliated. But as in... An affiliation does nothing for me, and we can't do anything through this, and this, when we could have literally done everything through the affiliation. It's, it was 2.5 years of that, Kyle. 2.5 years. And those two instances are just, like... they seem like they're minor instances because there's so much more. There's so much more. McKnights and I would already work 6 days a week for 40 hours a week. And then get told we had to come in on Mondays to do all of our maintenance because he wouldn't let us do the maintenance when the store was open. Then refused to pay us overtime and constantly roll back our time. I would show up half an hour early to try and get the lanes ready, the boards watered, whatever needs to be done. And he accused me of trying to steal time from him and not actually working. I have no issues of paying you if you're actually working, but you're just showing up to steal time from me. When all he had to do was look at his cameras and see that I was working. It was basically for free. There was very few times that we would actually get overtime, because then what he would do is on the Mondays, if we spent 6 to 8 hours doing all the maintenance, which we wouldn't have had to if we could just stay a half an hour early and then a half an hour late during the week, he would send us home early on the days on like Wednesday. Oh guys, there's no league and there's no booking, so you guys can go home, and then refuse to pay us any overtime. And all those phone calls were for free. He never paid us for our time on our phones. None of that. So... I also got an interesting message that I never talked about from a former location manager not named McKnights. And she had signed a contract deal with him to say that she would get a bonus over X amount of dollars of revenue every single month between all of his revenue sources. The virtual reality, the axe throwing trailer, his food truck. She would get a bonus on that. He refused to pay her that bonus, and when she asked where the money was, he fired her. And he used the excuse of, I don't like the power dynamic we have, which was the dynamic that he set up with her the day she was hired. Hey, look, we got Gardevoir here. I don't have to heal. Nice. You want even more of a red flag? It has nothing to do with McKnights and I, but we witnessed it because we were there working on our day off. There was a day he set up a business meeting with the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce person showed up on time for the business meeting, and she hung out for 2.5 hours waiting for him to show up. We even tried phoning him several times with no answer. Rip Charizard. He also owes me, not including overtime, not including cell phone play, like cell phone time. He owes me about $600 just because I was buying materials out of my own pocket to keep the business alive while he was gone out of the country and left us with no lifelines. I submitted the receipts, I gave him the receipts, and I put them exactly where he told me to put the receipts. He came back to try and pay me back and said, I don't know where the receipts are. I've lost them in the shuffle. There's no way I could even keep track of it now. That's on you, not me. Here's the thing, Kyle. McKnights and I really truly don't think he does. McKnights and I think that he spent a year and some down in the Cayman Islands. And every time he came back, he goes, oh, I'm establishing connections, I'm establishing connections, I'm establishing connections. The way I see it now is he's trying to squeeze every penny he can to get out of the business so that he doesn't go completely bankrupt. And then leave. He also tried to get McKnights and I to buy his business and pay off his debt by buying the business. We weren't buying the business. We were buying the business, but we were also buying the business plus his debt. I booked an appointment with an accountant. They told me, if I were buying this, the most I would do is, I'll throw out numbers because it's irrelevant at this point. The most I would buy the business for is $85,000 to $120,000. And that's exactly where McKnights and I were, because we were adding up assets and potential revenues and blah, 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 blah. He wanted $350,000. And the thing is, as we gave him the silent treatment, more and more and more things would come out of, oh, well, I actually haven't bought out my old business partner yet, so I got to pay him that. Oh, well, I actually haven't paid back this loan yet, so I'd have to pay that. And then after he realized that that was never going to be possible, he tried to ask for $250,000 from McKnights and I, while he still had majority controlling ownership of the business. Nana. I can start my own for 1/3 of the price of that. Cool. He's a piece of work. That's all there is to it. He's just a piece of work. Like, I can't... And then the other day when he phoned McNice to say, hey, I got some shifts coming up in spring and summer. I think it's finally getting around the city, because we don't have a big city. I think it's finally getting around on how he treats people, because the thing of it is, the two of the past location managers are not quiet people. And they will not hesitate to tell people exactly how they feel. One of them will be, actually both of them, will be knocking on the door of our venue the second we even have a building. Well, I know it's behind me, but it's kind of funny because, like, the downfall of him will be the rise of McKnights and I. But I literally think that it's coming down to that he's getting, A, desperate for people that actually work, and he's finally realizing how much work McKnights and I actually did. But B, it's getting out there that he is not a good boss. He's not a good employer. So he's having problems finding people to come work for him. He's run out of options. And having a lack of staff will kill a business just as fast as poor service and everything else. So, needless to say, buy my handles. They're beautiful. I need to pay off my credit card so I can start a business. That's all I got. But to McKnight's point of our city's only 63,000 people, if you include the surrounding areas, it's about, I think, like 75,000. So if you include like Redcliffe and Irvin and Dunmore, you know, I think we're closer to like that 75,000-ish. But word travels fast. Word travels fast. And God damn. Charizard's being ruthless this time. And not in a good way either. And not in a good way either. I'm not wearing the Eevee mask. Master Eevee's wearing the Eevee mask. Yeah. Don't worry, Master Eevee. I need to heal, so your burn will go away. It's, it's just oh man, there's so many stories. Can you stop with this fire blast? Master Eevee, we might need to double down and do 2. Like, this thing is ruining me this time. He hasn't missed any of his shots, and he typically misses some. I only got 2 fake tears off, so he's not dead. I'll give you an example. Oh, I'm definitely dead on the next Fire Blast with Sunny Day. Oh yeah, it's all bad. I have to do it without boosts to try and heal some. Yeah, that's good. Yikes. So the person that hosts the Marathon League next month that McKnights and I are going to, they went to somebody else's venue, and it's a IATF venue, International Axe Throwing Federation. Holy crap! What just happened? Charizard, calm down. Um, well, our old boss showed up to this IATF venue. And oh, good. That's 3 rounds now. He's got to move back to back and just wipe us out. Not a single move has missed this entire time. He's gotten crits on us. Well, good news. We're both angry too. Anywho, he shows up to this tournament, and people are like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he goes, Medicine Hat, and this must have been just before we opened. And the guy goes, "Oh, so you must throw out of the Waddle of venue in Medicine Hat." And he goes, "What's Waddle?" He's like, "The World Axe Throwing League." He goes, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." He goes, "The affiliate that you're associated with, you know, the World Axe Throwing League." He goes, "Oh, yeah. So you had no idea what World Axe Throwing League was. And he pays a monthly fee to be part of the World Axe Throwing League. All of southern, central, and slightly northern Alberta knows how much of a goof. Needless to say, he hasn't shown his face around any other venue. And he went to Lethbridge once. And the reason he went to Lethbridge was to see what kind of axe holders they had on the ground. Now that is a conversation I don't even want to get into again, because I want to do these boxes, but I just don't know how to do them. I literally drew it out for him step by step, and for 5 hours that day, all I got was, I just don't see it. I don't know how that works. I just don't see it. I said, "Let me build one and show you." And he said, "No, I just don't see it." 5 hours. But, ooh. Here's the positives we can take from this. At this point, McKnights and I have literally ran into every possible thing that can and will go wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, you learn more from what not to do than what you learn from what to do, if that makes any sense. You learn more from when things go wrong than when they go right. I'm also going to run to the washroom. I'll be right back. Like, one thing we learned, when you build the lanes, you gotta cross-brace them, because eventually they're gonna lean and fall over and kill somebody. But that's not important enough to fix. Boop, 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 boop. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, easy can. There we go. There we go. Almost spilled the can. Man on. Charizard, I swear to God. God dang, our NPC's doing damage. He might put up a shield. We might not one-shot. Give it, Master Eevee. Just go for it. No need. No need. No! He's putting up the shield. The NPCs did too much damage. The strat is gone. The delay confused you? It happens. Goodbye. Now he's really going to start to hurt us if we don't take him out. In the face! Hey, yeah, that NPC is fired. He wrecked the whole strat. Hey. Hey. Do 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 do. Right. That's probably the better way to fly. Where did everybody go in YouTube chat? Did everybody just die? What happened? Master Umbrell's the only one holding strong? Not according to my stats page, you're not. Apparently not, Kyle. Apparently not. Oh, see, now you guys started chatting again? It's spiking back up. Phone screen locked, but you're still here. Well, if your phone screen is locked, maybe that's why it said it wasn't counting. I don't know what's happening. YouTube, make sense. Make yourself make sense. Oh, no. See, now everybody's dead again. I have one concurrent viewer. Oh, now we're up to 2. Good God, YouTube. How am I ever going to get watch hours if you keep taking my people away from me? It says I got 0. Well, 2, but I know for a fact there's at least 4. Now it says 2. I only have 2, apparently. But 3 at the same time. God, this is weird. I think eventually it self-corrects eventually, but like in the heat of the moment, it's like, man, stop it. Just give me the real numbers. Na da da. Did you see the Pokemon Company announced a new Pokemon set already, and the newest one hasn't even been released yet? That? Oh boy. Oh boy. Nope. This raid's gonna suck too. I mean, McKnights and I have wanted to beat a till before. I mean, I understand her pain. Like the cash drawer not opening when you're supposed to count the cash to do a cash out. He's getting a bunch of double turns again this. So in order to counteract that, McKnights and I found one that's going to be hardwired to the Wi-Fi so it always opens, and if the Wi-Fi fails, we're going to have a key that will allow us to open it. Oh, don't you dare. Alright, Master Eevee, it's ready. Thank goodness. We barely hung on to that one. It'd be nice to get a little bit more salty out of this. Do 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 do. Had to double check. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, for the next TCG set, after Temporal Forces, which hasn't even been released yet, they're gonna focus on Ogre Pond. Not surprised. And with my last card video doing so well, I can keep selling cards to keep funding card videos. I think that UGG means he's gonna have to start getting ready for work. Or the UG is going to focus on Ogrepon with the next TCG. It's one of the two. Mana, mana, mana. You're also coming to this raid? Thank God. Barely made the time limit. Jesus. Honest to God, guys, if I get the setup that I want, I will live stream card opening videos as well. I think that'd be a ton of fun. But we also got to get this channel monetized. I know we're working on it. Good things are happening. Hey, no need to heal unless we're confused or burned. Yay! Snowfall Art's a thing of beauty. You guys might be able to attack after 2, just so you know, because I gave you an attack cheer. If you both load it up, I'm sure you'll be fine. I would just attack. See what happens. Ah, sick. Totally understand it, Kyle. Like I said, never feel obligated to. I am never going to ask for it, and I know you're good for it, so just take care of yourself first. Always take care of yourself first. Whew, no kidding. That is not a small amount of time to be waiting, or a small amount of, you know, deposits. Is it Gengar EX? Ignites. Don't worry. You know we have a plan. We have a plan. If only it was a shiny Mega Gengar. Yeah. Took the... Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. With my grandma passing this past summer, if there's anything that takes forever, it's government stuff. The last 4? I don't know. That VMAX Gengar was pretty good. In, was it Fusion Strike? Either Fusion Strike or... That Flittle made me think there was a shiny Drifblim there. All the more reason to hate Flittle. But you caught it. At least you caught it. Yeah, the one you got. I like that card. That was either Fusion Strike or... I'm not looking at the screen. I'll figure this out. Evolving Skies. Also known as Evolving Cries. That was a scandal and a half, though, so... We won't talk about that one. Yeah, very lucky. Get that money you're entitled to. Fusion Strike. See? Genius. Doo-doo-doo. I hate this section of the map with no sound. I guess we should just jump in, huh? I also got the Rainbow Rare Mew from that one. From Fusion Strike. Sold it, though. Thank goodness. Aww. Death Charizard on this rail. Death to all but us. Death to all but us. That'll never get old. Da da da. Boom. I think it's until next Tuesday or Wednesday. It's like almost a whole week. Unless you leave your Switch disconnected from the internet, then it could be forever. Or at least your game disconnected from the internet. Until he gets the hint. Yeah. Charizard? Whoa. Which one's the special one? This one. Death to all but metal. Da 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 da. Boom, brop. Do-do-do-do-do. I'll be honest with you guys. I am extremely excited to focus on card videos. I was telling McKnights that there's so much less stress with card videos. Like, one, I don't get the Pal World comments on card videos because Pal World doesn't have a TCG. Two, they perform better than any of my gaming videos by far. Three, I don't have the stress because here's the thing. A lot of times when you're playing the games, a lot of the competitive people come out and they're just like, you need to know every ability, you need to know every special situation, you need to know every move, you need to know every status effect, you need to know this, and I'm like, I don't care to know all of that, though. I care to shiny hunt. I don't need to know all of this stuff. I blew through the story so I can get the perks of post-game stuff. I don't want to do all the other stuff. I don't care to know all the other stuff. I'm not a competitive player. So cards bring so much less stress. And they have a feedback loop of higher audience rate, higher retention rate. I can sell the cards to make more money. I can eventually get the YouTube monetized. It's just, it's more fun. It's exciting too because you never know what you're gonna get. The only problem is it costs money. But eventually it won't matter. Eventually it will not matter. Aha, beat the game by 1 second. Exactly. Exactly. And if there's a Charizard in the set and I buy an Elite Trainer box, I'm likely getting the Charizard. It's just the math, okay? I've done it like twice. In fact, one could say I am 3 for 2 in getting the Charizards in Elite Trainer boxes. If they're available. Oh boy. It'd be really nice if that overheat doesn't hit. Depends though, like if YouTube gets monetized, it pays itself back, and then selling the cards also pays itself back if you get hits. Right? So that's cheap. That's like 60 bucks off. And I really want that Mew promo that's in there. Alright, minions, attack! He's ready to be attacked! No! What happened? This isn't good. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that was not on me. Okay. I'm dead. GG's. But I hit a heal cheer, so the burn makes no sense. You got burned after. That makes sense, Kyle. This Mew promo is sick. I'm not gonna lie, so it's if you look it up, it's actually like a full art card, but as you move the card around, the sun will actually rise and set on it. It's unreal. That Ancient Mew promo was I believe, part of the VHS when you bought the movie. And it's actually been released like 3 separate times, I believe. Yeah. What you should do, Kyle, is download an app called TCG Player. You can actually scan the cards with your phone, and it'll keep a list for you and the values of the cards. The collection is the Pokemon 151 Ultra Premium Collection box that you get that promo in. But like, I have... Yeah, you can only get it in the 151 Ultra Premium Collection box is what it's called. You cannot get it as a set. You cannot pull the card. It is only a promo card in the 151 UPC, like Ultra Premium Collection box. It's on iOS, yeah. Do. That is... I know it sucks to see, but that is the Mew promo card. And that sun that is right beside the house will actually rise and fall when you move the card around like this. But yeah, that's what the promo Mew card is. I think McKnight's is having problems getting in, or he's getting ready for work and he didn't tell us. Of course, communication errors, yeah. We've been plagued by those today. We're about to get a communication. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought for sure we were about to get a communication error. Yeah. I see that. Maybe it's Moonblast will miss. Or it gets taken out like that and we don't have to worry about it. I'm going to attack Cheer. You just attack right away, Master Eevee. Just attack. Nice. That's how you get around the terrible NPC. Oh, Kyle, this is different. This is, basically Nintendo's network not allowing others to connect to your network because it's peer-to-peer networking. Basically, Nintendo's network sucks. You learned from the last one, yeah. I also was allowed to get an attack tier to you so that you didn't have to do another Calm Mind or again. Which was nice. It also helps that Moonblast does take out a lot. Like, enough that it shouldn't matter. I might just end up buying it as a single. At that price. But there's still lots of 151 cards I don't have that I would like to have. Alright. This is going to be the last raid. I just looked at the time and I'm like, oh boy. I got things to do, like ship out cards and build handles. Yeah, the promo is nice. The Slowpoke, yeah, they're like art rares is what they're called. With the buildings, yeah. And the pink background. I want some Paldean Fates too. The only 151 I opened up was that poster collection that I got on a road trip when I told my friend to buy it for me so that he didn't have to pay gas money. And I got the only card that I care to get from it, which was the Blastoise. That was pretty sick. Apparently its value is dropping. No, it's not. There it is. Oop, oop. It really does. But I pulled that right there from the 151 on the only set like cards that I got to open. And we all know that I'm a Blastoise junkie, so I'm pretty pumped about that one. There was a decent amount of stock the last time I was at Walmart, but I think I caught the restock day. No, they've never released the artwork where he's under a truck. That I know of. A lot of times the TCG, the anime, and the games, they kind of act separately. But the biggest thing is they know the games take priority overall, and they don't ever release anything before the games. But they try not to do a lot of crossover between the two, or between the three things. They try to keep them as separate as possible to appeal to the loyal fans of that, I guess. But Walmart, for me, is in a different city, technically. But for me to travel to Walmart from where I live, it's like 20 minutes, if that. And that's going from the town I live in, driving all the way through another city to get to that other end of the city where Walmart is. Yeah. That's what kills me. People are like, I can't believe I gotta drive all the way across town. And I'm like, it literally doesn't matter the route you take. It's 15 to 20 minutes at most. No matter what you do. Oh, but that's different. That's a long time. You clearly haven't lived in any other city or traveled anywhere in your life. Yeah, you do. I think I was in there on Tuesday. And they had a good amount. From White Chicks. Making my way downtown, walking past faces fast, and I'm home now. Yeah, it's... Calgary is unreal, too. Calgary, people will drive 2-3 hours to work just because that's how stupid the traffic is in their own city. GG's. Okay, if we don't get any Herba on this one, we're doing another one. I guess we're not doing another one. Edmonton takes up a lot of land mass, though. But, like, as an example, if you're rush hour traffic in Calgary, like... So from where I live to Calgary, it's about a 2.5 hour drive. Okay? But once I'm in Calgary, Sometimes it's like, say, a 20-kilometer drive to get from where I am to where I need to be. And sometimes that 20 kilometers takes like 45 minutes to pass. It's ridiculous. But it's so condensed is the problem. Like the city of Calgary, I think is like 1.3, 1.4 million people. And the roads inside Calgary have more lanes than the highway. Like inside Calgary, some of the roads are like 4 or 5 lanes wide, and they're still just jam-packed, bumper-to-bumper traffic. It's unreal. It's literally unreal. But I don't drive in Calgary all that often, and I don't care to drive in Calgary all that often. Alberta, Canada's massive. Canada's massive. Beat up Scyther. I would argue that, Kyle. I would very much argue that. There is a ton of wilderness and wildlife between all of our stuff. Like, we have 2 major city centers, but then outside of that, it's like a lot of cities and towns between the population of 30,000 and 100,000, maybe as high as 150,000. But like, if you go up near like Red Deer and Edmonton, it is like so much wilderness and forest and everything. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got I misread that. Yeah. I misread that. I read that as very little wilderness. I missed the word but. Yeah. But it's ridiculous. Like, if we're talking like major cities, driving one way, like, I don't know if you consider Brooks a major city, probably not, but it's like an hour. Like an hour to get to another city. And then from Brooks to get to another city with like major amenities, it's like another hour. Yeah, in southern Ontario, it's that way. But in northern Ontario, it's much like us. There's some areas in Alberta that are like that. So, like, if you go to the Calgary area, it's like you have Strathmore, you have Calgary, you've got Airdrie, you've got um, there's another one that I'll think of between Calgary and Airdrie, where they're all within like 30 minutes of each other. Um, the biggest city population wise. I'm pretty sure Edmonton still takes up more land mass than Calgary. I forgot about Cochrane, but that's not what I'm thinking of. It's literally on Highway 1. Literally on Highway 1 between Strathmore and Calgary. Chestermere. Right. Yeah, Edmonton is much I would much rather drive for 2 months in Edmonton than I would for 2 hours in Calgary. Like, it's ridiculous. No, I'm thinking Chestermere. Olds is a little bit further out. Chestermere is what I was thinking of. I forget about Chestermere often because I don't drive through it that much. I usually go through the south side instead of the north side. But yeah. Alberta's weird. Canada's weird. Canada's big. But what do? We press on. But I am going to call it a stream there. I know we have this impassioned conversation, but we can continue the conversation tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for watching along. I very much appreciate it. I got a bit of work to do outside of this work, and we'll be back tomorrow. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching along. I very much appreciate it. Hope you guys all have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.